Okay, this video is for kind of a general demo for Steven Yetter of Yetter Agency, currently working for River and Sea Realty Real Estate out in Astoria, Oregon. We had a conversation about websites and content management. So while I do web development on the side, this is primarily my current job is I run a junk removal company called Big Trash Panda. And so you'll see we do a variety of things, but I'm not trying to sell you on junk removal today. I'm trying to give you a demo on separating what you see here from the content. So the content in this case is really anything you want it to be. The text here, the picture, um, these specifically are pieces of content similar to a blog post. They each lead to like a product page. And then additionally, all of this text here was generated by ChatGPT AI. So like top reasons why a customer might pick my service over a competition. Get to see a little bit behind the scenes here of me doing some actual development. So, or what it might look like. So I don't have the code on my current computer. So I'm trying to demonstrate kind of the triangle of source control. Source control in this case is github.com, where all of the source code lives. I'm going to pull that down to my computer through a secure shell connection. And I now have the website code. So if I wanted to look at the index page that you see here, this is based on Next.js. Now, what is Next.js? Well, it's essentially a better, improved React, specifically for statically generated and highly SEO, search engine optimized performant websites. It's based off React, which in turn is maintained by Facebook. So it's a stateful, component-based, modern tool in this case. And so what's a component? Well, the nav bar is a component. This hero section, which is above the fold content, usually it has a call to action. Mine literally says call now, or it links over to services. And in as few words as possible, I am trying to, and I've worked hard on this and it still needs improvement drastically, but I'm trying to inform my client or my potential client what they need to do. So in this case we have GitHub as the source control. Every time I push a change in modern source control, it gets pushed to GitHub here. Well, through the magic of webhooks, which we're not going to go into, Vercel, which is essentially the hosting platform, picks up that change and compiles my website. So a statically generated website kind of performs like, let's say, a WordPress blog, but instead of hitting a database, and then rendering the blog post, for instance, it all gets compiled and served in more efficient chunks, but this is also equivalent to caching on WordPress. So there is an equivalent over across the hall with WordPress, but this is just tools that I prefer to work with because they make my life so much better that I can then pass on a lot of benefit to the customer. So source control, platform, and then for the content side of things, so as I said earlier, Next.js. So Vercel maintains Next.js. They build on top of React. So this is really a case of building on the shoulders of giants, all the way down to the magic of the modern browser, being able to do so many different cool things. So the content is managed by a headless CMS, a headless content management system. There's a lot we could do with that and talk about, but in this case, I've used this content platform, so I pull in all the cities that are in my, or a good number of cities that are in my service area, and those are all displayed here. So these aren't hard coded. So if I go into Astoria, a junk removal company in Astoria, Oregon. Okay. Okay, and so while it displays, so it's been a while since I worked on this, you'll have to forgive me. One of the cool things we can do is we can have conditional logic. So is featured in my content management system tells my website to render out the Astoria location on the front page. It does not do that for Vernonia. So if I go into Vernonia, well, that's a problem. That shouldn't. I don't know why it's doing that, but let's look at something. Services, furniture. Okay, so this is all the content in here. Name, furniture. I even control the URL. It spits it out. Okay, okay. So this is interesting. I have not yet transitioned. The services are still hard coded. So this is a good example of kind of an older school way of doing things with your content is baked into your actual source code. So we're going to go back to locations. We're going to edit a page just to see a live change. So Go to Astoria. Here we go. So here you see so it's easy as that to change the content. Now, full circle, the way I have this set up, okay, it's instant, okay, because there's different ways of, there's still a caching layer here that I can utilize. So anyways, that's the, the round trip of content management with Sanity.io to a website. Good stuff. Yay.